Welcome, everyone. My name is Steven. Welcome to Global AirLearning. If you are the first time to be here, our Global AirLearning program is a program for all kids to share and learn topics that you are interested in and make friends together. If you also want to be the presenter or are interested in involving this program, please register a member on our website, ica1.org/registration, and send an email to info@intlcea.org. Or if you have a WeChat account, you can scan the QR code on the slide to contact our customer service for our support. Today's presentation topic is air pollution. We are really happy to have Lucas present to us. We are going to have our newer participants introduce themselves. Please do not forget to turn on your camera and write your first name on the screen. Now, I am going to introduce myself. My name is Steven, and I am 15 years old. Some of the things I like to do include math, science, and coding. Now, I will have teacher Tanya introduce herself.
Thank you to our host, Stephen. My name is teacher Tanya, and I have been teaching for over 28 years. I also love math and science, and I love reading and writing, and I love to learn. So now I'm going to have a few friends who have jobs tonight introduce themselves, and then some newer friends.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin and I'm 10 years old. Some of the things I like to do include reading, writing, music, and soccer. And tonight I will be your actor.
Hi, my name is Austin and I am 8 years old. I have a passion for teaching and I am a part of ICA. I'm your coordinator tonight and I'll be reading 2 sentences and be reading your Kahoot questions and answers.
My name is Eunice Zhao. I am 10 years old, and I mostly like math sometimes, and I also like games, and usually sometimes like reading comic books.
My name is Venus. I'm 6 years old. I live in Canada, and my favorite thing to do is play the violin and do taekwondo. Hi, my name is Annie. I am 9 years old, and some of the things I like to do include math and coding.
Now we are going to have our presenter, Lucas, introduce himself.
Hello, my name is Lucas. I'm 10 and in 5th grade, and I live in San Jose. Some of the things I like to do are things such as playing tennis, coding, and playing video games. I chose this topic because pollution can be very dangerous and might even wipe out the earth. Causes of air pollution: natural disasters such as fires and volcanic eruptions, factories, power plants, airplanes that can release smoke into the air, and methane from landfills or cows. And also chemicals from spray cans and other objects. Major pollutants of the air. There are many pollutants that can easily ruin the air, such as sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is a gas that can be created when burning coal or any other fossil fuels. Another example of a pollutant is carbon monoxide, which is an odorless gas that can be made by wood or natural gases. Next, on health from air pollution. Air pollution can cause respiratory diseases for humans and animals. It can also cause damage to the liver and heart. Acid rain. Acid rain occurs when harmful gases such as sulfur dioxide get released into the air. These gases can get into raindrops or clouds, which forms an acid rain. If acid rain goes into bodies of water, it can kill the creatures in it. It can also destroy forests and even more. Global warming. Global warming can be caused by many things, but by mostly one thing called greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases are gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and more. These gases will rise up in the air but get trapped by pollutants and then stuck in the air for a very long time. Effects of global warming. Global warming can cause many changes in the earth, such as melting the polar icebergs, which can cause extinction to the animals that live in the polar regions. It can also cause chaotic weather, such as hurricanes, droughts, and floods. The Air Quality Index. The Air Quality Index is a chart that determines a place's air quality. Each place has an index value, which can be found on the chart. The chart goes from a green, which means that the air quality is good, to maroon, which means that it is extremely dangerous and people shouldn't go out. Countries with the worst air pollution. India has one of the worst air pollution problems in the world. The reason is probably because farmers burn a lot of the useless part of their crops, and cars create lots of smoke because India's size makes the car squish together more. Countries with the worst air pollution continue. China is probably the country with the second most air pollution. The reason for this is because China's population, which means that more cars are bought and many wares are produced in China, which means that factories are very active. Even though both countries' pollution are very terrible, the government is helping to lessen it by taking actions such as limiting cars and telling others to replace their electronic equipment to ones that consume less electricity. Ways to prevent further air pollution. Using less electricity, since most of it comes from burning fossil fuels. Walking or riding a bike when going to places not that far. Telling people that smoke to stop since it is bad for the air and their health. Planting trees if you can, since trees can take in carbon dioxide and produce oxygen too. Now we'll go back to our host, Stephen.
Thank you for your presentation, Lucas. Thank you for sharing your presentation on air pollution. Now Felix will do the vocabulary words, and teacher Tanya will call on the participants to make a sentence with the word.
Methane. An odorless gas that is flammable and is a greenhouse gas. Where I live, I don't really see methane often.
I don't often have any greenhouses around my neighborhood, so I don't think there's much methane in my neighborhood. Never saw methane before.
Someone said that they never saw methane before. It's because methane is invisible. Like every gas is invisible, unless you have a very good microscope, which can see it like an atom or something.
Okay.
Pollutant. A matter that can pollute or destroy something, such as the air or bodies of water. Long ago, before COVID started, usually when I was driving or when my family was driving somewhere, I remember seeing a lot of pollutant, but I don't see that anymore now.
Is pollutant what you can see, or it's just clear or air?
Ooh, let's ask Lucas.
There are many types of pollutants that are visible, like plastic bags, which are a type of ground and sea pollutant. But some pollutant, like methane, which I just said earlier, is not. You cannot see it, so it really depends on what type of it is.
Fossil fuel. A type of fuel formed by the remaining things of past organisms, such as plants.
All can make fossil fuel.
Respiratory. Relating to the respiration,
breathing, or the organs of respiration.
Everyone has a respiratory system. Pollution can harm your
Your
respiratory.
respiratory.
Greenhouse gases. Types of gases that can heat the atmosphere in some way.
I think that carbon dioxide is a type of greenhouse.
Hurricane. A type of violent storm formed when thunderstorms spin around a point on the ocean.
My uncle got married in Florida in a hurricane, and I'll never forget it because we had to put plastic bags around our shoes to walk in all the water.
Hurricanes can destroy houses and farms.
There's this major hurricane called Hurricane Katrina, and it was in New Orleans in 2005, and and the damage was $125 billion, and it caused over 1,800 deaths. And now it's pretty much the costliest hurricane on record, and it's tied with the 2017 Hurricane Harvey. Flood. A natural disaster that usually occurs when there's too much rain in one area.
A long time ago, the Nile River in Egypt flooded every year.
Drought. Another natural disaster that is made when there is too little precipitation in one area.
Often have droughts, and I think that the Sahara Desert is the driest because it's sort of the biggest.
And I learned there's a lot of type of droughts. One is permanent droughts, like in deserts, but another type is seasonal droughts, like in India. Sometimes it's cold in part of the year, and the other time it's a drought. And there's another that's called unpredictable drought. Like the drought just suddenly hits when it's unexpected, and that happened in the 1900s in USA.
Thank you, Felix, and thank you, Teacher Tanya, for doing the vocabulary words. Now we will have Austin to ask some questions about the topic.
What do you think? Are there any other ways that you can help control air pollution?
You can start using electric cars to get around instead of regular cars, which cause a lot of air pollution by smoke. But just to tell you, if you're considering buying an electric car, they go a lot slower than regular cars that produce gas, so might want to be careful about that. By not wasting water. You can plant trees, or even if you can, not drive a car at all. Instead, use a bicycle or walk.
You can taking a bus or carpooling, and you can buying a car that's greater fuel efficiency, and you can turn off lights when they're not in use, and buying fewer things that are manufactured using fossil fuels.
What are other things that might contribute to air pollution?
Too much use of electricity.
Now it's game time.